take control of your finances. Gain insights from top industry professionals. Financial topics that matter to you from your go-to resource. This is Right on the Money with your host, Dennis Mattern.
Hello and welcome to Right on the Money, the show that features financial advisors, insurance professionals, and fiduciaries who discuss financial topics that empower you to take control of your finances. I'm your host, Dennis Mattern. We are so glad you've taken time out of your day to spend with us. Now, of course, remember you can watch full episodes on our YouTube channel or rightonthemoneyshow.com. Now, today, I am pleased to be joined by our friend Roy Carlson, president of Carlson Financial Services out of Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yes.
I got it right. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show, and I'm very excited to introduce you to our audience because of the work that you and your team that you do with clients. And what I want to do is I want to jump right in, and I want to talk about how faith became central to your financial planning service.
So early in our faith walk, my wife and I noticed two things. The first was everything that we were teaching our clients was coming straight from Scripture. There's almost 2,500 scriptures that deal with money, possessions, and wealth. The other thing we noticed was you couldn't necessarily tell whether or not someone was a Christian or not based on the way they were managing their finances.
So what did you find as you started down this path, this walk?
We found that the concept was both freeing, but also it allowed people to make a paradigm shift where they had a better level of confidence that what they were doing was aligning with their faith and their values.
It's got to be really comforting for clients.
It is, absolutely.
Yeah. So what did you do? How did you bring all this together?
So we found a program called BibleBased Money Management, and BibleBased Money Management looked at how is it different and how are we unique in terms of how we show our values and live our financial life. A pastor once told me, if you want to know who someone's God is, all you needed to do was look in their checkbook. He then went on to tell me that his family's God must be Walmart.
There you go. I think my wife's is Target. Well, so how did that go then when you started to introduce this?
It was a real changer for most people because they felt like that the way they were expressing themselves in their financial life was consistent with what really mattered to them in their faith and values.
When you launched this then, was there maybe one central theme from these courses that impacted your approach to finances?
I think stewardship versus ownership was. Once you recognize God as the owner of all, then it gives you God to be able to go to discuss what makes best sense and looking at His Word and seeing how you can match those things up with the mechanical part of the process.
Well, can you explain the difference between stewardship and ownership? I guess
Sure,
I don't know.
Sure. So stewardship says that I'm a manager or a steward of what God has blessed me with, and my responsibility is to please the owner, which is God. Ownership says it's all about me. Stewardship says it's all about pleasing the owner, which is God.
How does that impact your interaction with clients?
In a great way, because now we're presenting concepts that they can pray through and see how it matches up. So instead of us saying this is what you need to do, we're offering options that they can pray through and say, hey, which one of these matches up best with our values?
That is excellent. So here's what we're going to do. I want to take a break because we're going to have a lot to unpack. And so what we're going to do is this. Coming up on Right on the Money, Roy and I are going to continue talking about stewardship in your practice. My next question is an example of this in your own life. So you don't want to miss that. We'll see you on the other side of the break.